Let's go here again at Culloden Road, St. Michael. We're going to do a walk in Culloden Road once again. Looking at the Charleston Park with the Fujitsu ICL and Royal Bank of Canada. Culloden Road, St. Michael. I will get back to this location shortly, but I will take you guys on a walk around Culloden Road area. Culloden Road, Culloden Farm, and this way will take you back to the Seventh-day Adventist Secondary School, back to Point Road, back to the Bayville area, back to Darkeith. It will take you back to Barbados Road and Britain's Hill, and back to the Garrison area. And this is the Lawrence Greenhouse, known as the Barbados Vocational Training Board, where this is also referred to as skills training, where you can learn a trade. Where you can learn a trade on how to become a carpenter, a joiner, a body repairman, mechanic, or anything of that sort. And they will give you a stipend at the end of every 2 weeks. So you come here to learn how to become. You fill out the forms here at Lawrence Greenhouse, and then they will assign you to your various your various centers to learn your trade. This is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade building over here. Back at the Charleston Park with Fujitsu ICL and Royal Bank. This is the statue of Sir Frank Walcott, who is the national hero of Barbados, known as Frank by name and Frank by nature. He was a member of the labor movement. He was born in 1916 and died in 1999. The Frank Walcott statue, unveiled by the Prime Minister of Barbados, the Right Honorable Owen Seymour Arthur, and Lady Pauline Walcott on April 28, 2003, in recognition of his sterling contribution to the labor movement of Barbados. And this is the Frank Walcott building here, known as the National Insurance Scheme building. Frank Walcott building. This building moved here in the 90s to replace the one that was destroyed in Bridgetown back in 2020 to make way for the Golden Square Freedom Park. But this building was built before the building was destroyed. front walk-up building known as the National Insurance Scheme Building. NIS Building. This building was built here sometime in the 90s, I guess. Most likely 90s. If my memory serves me correctly, it was in the 90s when this building was built here. The National Insurance Scheme Building. The original National Insurance Building was in Bridgetown, close to up right where the Golden Square Freedom Park is now. This is National Insurance car park. National Insurance Scheme Building, known as the Fight Walk-Up Building. So this is all Culloden Park, Culloden Road behind here. All the National Insurance Scheme Building. And this is Charleston Park, which is going to be the home of the future home of the Duke of Edinburgh Awards. This was the home of our first Prime Minister, father of independence and national hero, the very excellent Walton Barrow. This is a track here that will lead you back to the Bayerville area. And this is also an annex for the National Insurance Building, the future home for the Duke of Edinburgh Awards. And this is Culloden Farm, where our Barrow, our first Prime Minister, father of independence and national hero, used to live. Our Barrow led us into independence on the 30th of November 1966. He also introduced free education to Barbadians. He also built the first National Insurance Building in Bridgetown in 1967, which this building replaced later on. Come back, Culloden Farm. Come back at the National Insurance Scheme Building. Our Barrow was born on the 21st of January 1920 and died the 1st of June 1987. He was born in Fairfield, St. Lucie, which is to the northern part of the island, but he later moved to this location. His sister, Dame Nita Barrow, was the first female Governor General in Barbados in 1990. National Insurance Building Annex, and all the National Insurance Building, and the Culloden Farm. So this is all Culloden Farm behind here, in the parish of St. Michael. And again, our Barrow also flew the plane in 1939 during World War II as well. This is a part of the National Library Service, the place where they store the book, something like that. National Library Service. And there's a little pathway that will take you back to Lower Culloden Road and into Bridgetown, and to the back of the St. Gabriel's Primary School. St. Gabriel's is a private school and it is a secondary school. You can see a little piece of it here in the background. This is the tennis court here, and this is the National Library Service section with the books. We store the books. But the main branch of the library is in town. It was in Coleridge Street, Bridgetown, but then they moved to Independence Square because of the Coleridge Street building not fit for anyone to be in it. This is, you can see St. Gabriel's School, which is a Roman Catholic school. They have a lot, most of the Roman Catholic schools in Barbados are in close proximity to each other. They have St. Gabriel's behind here. They have the Ursuline Convent, where I'm going to get to shortly. They were planning to close the Ursuline Convent in 2023 because there are not much nuns, not much people signing up to be nuns now. So the Catholic decided to close the school in August 2023. I'm not sure if they're gonna still do it. And this is Cedar Place, which is an offshore bank. This is the Hugh Johnson Link Road, linking back to the National Insurance Building. And this is also a track that will take you back to St. Gabriel's School and back to Henry's Lane and the back of Purity Bakeries and into Bridgetown. This is the Frederick Lane Drive. The National Disabilities Unit is right here. And this is Cedar Place. And the British High Commission is also here as well. National Disability Unit, the NDU building, National Disabilities Unit. The Cancer Society was out here as well. I think it is out here, sorry. The Cancer Society is up here as well. In the back. This is Cedar Place, another offshore bank. Now approaching Lower Culluden Road with the Ursuline Convent. It can be referred as St. Ursula's Convent or the Ursuline Convent. Where the nuns live. After 123 years, the Catholic decided to close the school. They are planning to close the school sometime next year, which is 2023. This is Lower Culluden Road that will lead back to Purity Bakeries and back into Bridgetown with Queen Elizabeth Hospital, and they can take you back to the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Cathedral and School. St. Patrick's Roman Catholic School and Cathedral is just down the road here as well, below Purity Bakeries at Jamet's Lane. And this is St. Ursula's Convent, which is another Catholic school. Barbados is not really a Catholic country like how Trinidad and Grenada and St. Lucia and Dominica have Catholic schools, Catholic churches. This is the Frederick Lane business. See that place? Another offshore business. Now we're approaching Upper Culluden Road now. So this is Lower Culluden Road, and this is Cedar Place, another offshore business. You can see the chapel for the Ursuline Convent over here. And looking back now to Lower Culluden Road. And this is George Street through here that will take you back to Belleville. Culluden Road here. And this is George Street. At the bottom of Belleville, we will come across the Democratic Labour Party, which is supposed to be the opposing party. Their auditorium is through here. It was also founded by Errol Barrow. The Democratic Labour Party was founded by Errol Barrow. I forgot to mention that. The same guy who was the first Prime Minister, father of independence and national hero. He was the founder of the Democratic Labour Party in the 60s, I think. This is the British High Commission, and the New Zealand High Commission is also in here as well. So I'm 1 minute away from Bridgetown, which is the country's capital. And this is the former Nemwell Insurance Company, which is a part of Sagicor, Barbados now. So this is Sagicor number 3 here. This is Sagicor number 3. And this is the Insurance of the Caribbean, Insurance Association of the Caribbean, Inc. And this is First Citizens Bank, along with Sagicor. This was once a neutral bank years ago. This is Sagicor number 2, and Sagicor number 1 is in the back in Belleville. So this is Upper Culluden Road now, and the Sagicor building, which was once a neutral bank. And this is Equity Insurance Company Limited. Up the hill will be Bishop's Court Hill, which will take you back to the People's Cathedral. And this will take you back to the NIS building, the National Insurance Scheme building. Equity Insurance's company here. And 4-player Delhi used to be in here years ago. And this is also a part of Sagicor. And this is the E. Humphrey Walcott building. Sagicor Annex. And this is the National Insurance Scheme building, celebrating 55 years of securing your future. National Insurance Scheme building, the Frank Walcott building. This is really back to where you guys came from, at Culloden Farm, and back to Lower Culluden Road. Frank Walcott building. Frank Walcott building, National Insurance Scheme building. And this is the E. Humphrey Walcott building, which is a part of the National Insurance Scheme. The Humphrey Walcott building, where you can top off your green farm, your national insurance green papers to get your unemployment benefit, and so on. Right here, the E. Humphrey Walcott building. It was opened in 2004 as the National Insurance Annex, a part of the Annex. And this is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade building, once again. Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade building at Culloden Road. And back at the traffic lights, closer up to the traffic lights. I come back at Culloden Road where it started from, by the Lawrence Greenhouse, which is the vocational training board. And this is a closer view of the Royal Bank of Canada and the Gypsy Oyster building. You can see the fountain here. I'm looking at the Bishop's Court Hill. This is the fountain for the Royal Bank of Canada. Up the hill will be Upper Culluden Road, Bishop's Court Hill, and the People's Cathedral. And again, here was the Ernest Dayton Morley roundabout, where these traffic lights are, which was replaced in 2001. The traffic lights. Ernest Dayton Morley was grandfather of our Prime Minister, Neil Morley, and the roundabout was named after him. Ernest Dr. Morley was the mayor of Bridgetown. He was born in 1907 and died in 1973. He was the grandfather of Mayor Morley, and he was the mayor of Bridgetown, and he have a lot of poor people in the city by giving them clothes and so on in Queen's Park. The Humphrey Walcott building. Straight ahead now at these traffic lights will take you back to Point Road and Belleville. So the bottom road of Belleville is George Street, and the top road is Point Road, and the avenues from 1 to 11 is Belleville. Lots of Muslims reside in Belleville, and lots of doctors' offices are in Belleville as well. And we'll lead back to the Governor General's residence at Government House, and back to the lower courts where the Prime Minister lives. And this building here with the traffic lights used to be a shop years ago. Spotlight restaurant and bar. I haven't seen it open for years now. This is the Royal Bank of Canada at the Charleston Park. So lower Culloden will be down the road from here, and upper Culloden will be up the road from here, which will take you back to the Bishop's residence where the Bishop used to live at Bishop's Court Hill, and back to the People's Cathedral. The People's Cathedral is a different setting from the Bishop's residence. The People's Cathedral is a Pentecostal church, but it bore the name People's Cathedral back in the 60s because there was a big Pentecostal church founded by Dr. Holmes Williams, who has passed away now, Evangelist Holmes Williams, in 1962. It was Evangel Tabernacle first, but then it got the name changed to People's Cathedral afterwards. Thanks for watching now, and have a blessed evening. A morning, sorry. Blessed morning.